All right, so here's the deal. Are smartphones making students dumb? I want to bring on education expert and the author of College Prep Genius, Jean Burk. Jean, good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
I'm wonderful. So my kids have them. They're on them all the time. Does that mean my kids are being turned into dummies?
Hopefully not. No. What we're finding is that, the average young person is spending about 8 hours a day on some sort of technological device. Teenagers about 11 hours. And we've got science to back up some really important information. And what they're saying is, in one 10-year study said that students who did all their work, did all their research and their note-taking on the computer or on the phone weren't able to even answer conceptual questions because it becomes so easy. You ask a kid a question, he says, hey, hold on, let me Google it. And what's happening is they're not forming those muscle memories that you need to retain the information.
It's funny you bring that up. The other day I was typing away on the computer keyboard, and my one son said, Dad, man, you can type. And I was kind of sitting there all proud. A little bit later, I had to write out a check to somebody, and I couldn't even read my own writing. My cursive was appalling. So I guess that's getting back to your muscle memory comment. If kids are constantly Googling, if they're constantly just looking up stuff on their phone, I'm assuming they're probably going to get digital amnesia. They're probably not going to be able to figure out stuff on their own, right, Jean?
Absolutely. And what's happening is this digital amnesia is also, or I like to call it digital thinking, where we don't have to think anymore. We're losing those critical thinking skills. I've been teaching kids on, how to ace the SAT in free college for 11 years, and those SATs are critical thinking tests. So if you're able to do that, you're not able to pass those, you're not able to get into college and get money. Bottom line is this, not only are soft skills being sabotaged, but, what's happening is our kids' nervous systems are still developing during these years where they're learning, those patterns are developing. And not only is this interfering with their development, it's impairing their judgment. And, we're finding that 2/3 of 11 to 17-year-olds are going to bed with their phone or their iPad, and it's not to do homework. They're texting, talking, watching movies, and this is causing a lot of fatigue because those lights that are being emitted from the devices are tricking the brains into thinking that it's daylight, not getting a lot of sleep.
Talking right now to Jean Burk. She's author of College Prep Genius. She's an education expert. So what are you supposed to do as a parent, Jean? Schools promote using smartphones in their classrooms. These things become like a damn tumor on you. I mean, I can't get rid of mine. I carry it around. It's constantly with me. What do you do as a parent? Do you just simply, I guess you could say, parent and say, look, we're going to limit the time you're on them, period?
Oh, no, you're right. When technology is a tool, it's a good thing. When it's a crutch, it's a bad thing. And no, you're right. It takes courage to be a parent nowadays. We are not our kids' friends. That's not our job. Our job is to love them, nurture them, protect them, guide them. And so what we need to do is we need to take back the relationships. We need to, like you say, create tech-free zones or tech-free times. It could be homework in daytime. It could be after 9 o'clock. It could be, no technology in the car on vacation or all the above. But we need to do that because they're actually dumbing our kids down. And nobody wants that for kids. It's really, really important that we understand the addictions and the physical problems that the kids are going to be having. They say that it's like putting 60 pounds of weight on the back of your neck, when you bend over
right.
And you're using cell phones all day long. So it's definitely a snowball effect. Kids aren't focusing in school. Schools are, even though they're promoting the laptops and they're letting the kids use it, they're also on the other side upset the kids, can't focus because
right.
they don't know how to hold their attention anymore.
Jean, thanks so much for the insight.
Hey, thanks for having me.
All right, that's education expert Jean Burk.